So speaking of coincidences, on the very morning that the bridge collapsed in Pittsburgh that Joseph was just talking about, Maryland Governor Larry Hogan was at the National Governors Association annual winter meeting in D.C. and on the top of their agenda, talks about infrastructure.
Yeah, so with us now is WDVM's Stephen Cohen to talk about all this. Steve, what a day.
Absolutely, Joe and Tasmin. How weird that as the president was headed to Pittsburgh to highlight crumbling infrastructure, a bridge should come tumbling down. Fortunately, there were no serious injuries. But as the president was headed to the Keystone State, the nation's governors were huddled in Washington, as they do this last weekend of January every year, and infrastructure was on their agenda as well. Governor Hogan told the governors that he has brought together the top public policy experts to work with them on effective solutions to the nation's crumbling roads, bridges, railways, and airports.
And my goal with our infrastructure initiative is to harness that strength and to come up with all the best ideas and solutions.
The Maryland governor said that it seems more action on fixing infrastructure is coming from the states than Washington, but a partnership between Washington and the state capitals is needed.
In states throughout the nation, my fellow governors are upgrading roads and bridges and mass transit systems.
And Hogan said on the morning of the Pittsburgh bridge collapse that Washington and the states must regard infrastructure as an urgent crisis in need of effective solutions.
Come up with the best new ideas and innovative solutions in order to help the nation's governors solve the infrastructure crisis.
And late this afternoon, the president said the bridge collapse underscores his call for infrastructure reform, saying the structure was rated in poor condition 10 years ago. In Pennsylvania alone, he said, there are 3,300 bridges in need of repair, 45,000 across the country. So whether it be the White House or the State House, Joe and Tasmin, there is a $1 trillion price tag on upgrading the nation's infrastructure. We'll see where things go from here. Reporting live from the control room, Stephen Cohen for WDVM 25.
Stephen, thank you. So the governor's conference will continue in the nation's capital through the weekend and will also be devoted to other timely issues like education and containing the spread of the Omicron variant.